Buyers often have questions about earnest money, so let's discuss what is earnest money, why is it important, where does the money go, and when will the buyer get it back? Hey everyone, it's Mary Ellis, Realtor in Lafayette, Colorado. Earnest money is the buyer saying to the seller, I love your home and want to buy it, so here is some money up front to prove it. It's like a down payment on the house. It represents the buyer's serious intention to carry through with the contract. Earnest money is part of what creates a legally binding contract between the buyer and the seller as an exchange of something of value. When you write an offer to the seller, the amount of earnest money is established in the contract. It is part of the negotiation process. In my area, the standard amount is generally 1 to 2% of the purchase price. Typically, a personal check or a wire is an acceptable way to pay the earnest money. The funds will be held by the trust account of the brokerage or a title company. Once an offer is accepted, the check will be cashed. Your earnest money becomes part of your down payment at closing. On closing day, the amount of earnest money will be credited to the buyer. So what happens if something goes wrong during the transaction? What happens if financing is denied? Or what if something horrible comes up on inspection and buyer and seller cannot come to terms about? These are contingencies built into the contract that protect the buyer and the earnest money. Inspection, appraisals, loan approval, title work. There are specific deadline dates, and the buyer can terminate the contract prior to those deadlines. End it all and get their earnest money returned. It is very important to hear that buyers must pay attention to all the dates and deadlines in the contract. If you miss a deadline or don't get an item done on a timely basis, you have the potential to lose your earnest money. However, if you just freak out, get buyer's remorse, and decide you don't want to purchase the house, the seller could have a claim to keep the funds. The earnest money does help protect the seller if the buyer breaches their contract. I hope this has answered any questions you had about earnest money deposits. I appreciate your time. Thanks for watching. If you have other questions about buying or selling a home in the Boulder County area, please reach out.